in my PhD program at Colorado State. That's my diploma up there, proving that I made it. But when I was a grad student, a typical question that industrial organizational psychology students or IO psych students get asked is, are you going academic or applied? And so are you going to be a professor in a business school or in a IO psych program, or are you going to work applied? So are you going to work in industry? Are you going to work in government? Are you going to be an external consultant? And it always felt very either or, which baffled me because I chose the field of IO psychology because it prides itself in being a scientist practitioner career, right? Meaning that you use science that you then apply into the workplace, which is our context that we work within, or do application, of IO psychology interventions, industry work, but you use science to inform the work that you do. And I just had a really wonderful reflective moment with my husband over dinner last night about how everything I set out to do with getting my PhD in IO psychology, I have the honor and privilege of currently doing. The interesting thing is I didn't go academic or applied, but I took the entrepreneurship route and founded Mattingly Solutions. Now, that wasn't the plan the whole time. I had a very curvy path to get to that point and amazing experiences that, led me to the ultimate conclusion that running this company, building this company, getting amazing co-founders to lead this company with me, that was what made the most sense for me to have the career I wanted. So I just want to share a couple awesome things that are going on just this week alone that resulted in me having that wonderful reflection and kind of like, this is my life moment with my husband over dinner last night. So first off, yesterday I got to spend 90 minutes nerding out on psychometrics with a tool that we are currently validating that we use with clients to scientifically and validly assess workplace inclusion. We're already using the tool. We're getting some great feedback and great impact from the tool, right? Because the findings that we have, we're essentially quantifying workplace inclusion. So what does inclusion look like at an organization, and how can we, set realistic data-driven goals year over year or quarter over quarter if they do pulses? And so it's really bringing scientific rigor to the diversity, equity, inclusion, or DEI space, especially in terms of inclusion. So to be able to utilize my IO psychology skill set, psychometrics, scale development, and have some amazing IO psychologists on my team, shout out to Kelsey Coley, to nerd out with and do this work is just so like dream come true for me. Also yesterday, I taught my class at Chatham University here in Pittsburgh. I'm teaching a human resource management class, and I love working with business students and getting them to see the human side of the work that they will be doing, whether they end up in an HR field or end up as an organizational leader in some capacity. Bottom line, of course, matters, but people absolutely impact that bottom line. It's very expensive to watch people turn over, have to rehire, loss of productivity, of people not being engaged or not feeling like they have the support they need to succeed at their job. So I get to still teach. I get to still teach in a business school, which is phenomenal. Also, I still get to mentor and coach research assistants, but instead of in a lab, it's here in my company. So we have added 2 new phenomenal consulting assistants here to Mattingly Solutions. We did a LinkedIn Live, or all the different channels that we're posting live on right now. We did that last week, welcoming Sarah Jackson, and I'm hoping, I haven't asked her about this yet, but I'm hoping Julie Chen will do another one with us here soon, so we can introduce you all to her. And so Julie started just yesterday. She's already doing a phenomenal job. She's really going to take more of a heavy research role, coordination, kind of lab management role for some of the heavier research projects that we're doing here at Mattingly Solutions. Also, my dissertation. I take so much pride that my dissertation is not just sitting on a shelf collecting dust. That's okay if it is. For those of you out there, the best dissertation is a done dissertation, just for the record. However, my dissertation was formed the basis of a current product that is still being sold and implemented at DDI. It also was the foundation of my virtual course, which takes a more intersectional approach to allyship. My dissertation is all about how we can leverage allyship to advance, workplace inclusion. And that virtual course, Ally Up, which I'll share the link in the comments below, we're actually going into a company today called Affirm. They're doing some amazing things. They're in super growth mode right now because they have access to the course in their Udemy for Business library. And so we're trying to get more people at Affirm to take the course. And so myself and my co-founder, Sir Therese Grice, are going to be going to do a little fireside chat with their workforce today to share some, highlights of the course and encourage them to take it. Also, I get to do some amazing consulting with phenomenal clients and really focusing on how we can better leverage data to advance their diversity, equity, inclusion strategies. So how can we set data-driven goals? How can we assess progress on whether they're, actually making impact on the efforts that they do, all these interventions, whether it's training, whether it's performance management, whether it's revamping their hiring and recruitment policies, right? Are we actually making progress towards those goals? And most importantly, whenever we quantify DEI, we can hold leadership and the workforce accountable for outcomes. All of this information is going to be shared in our forthcoming book called Inclusalytics. I am loving the book writing process. I have two phenomenal co-authors. We have a really great rhythm down, a lot of the way that we consult, the insights that we're learning from diversity, equity, inclusion leaders and how they use data to drive their work. It's all going to be in there, our framework, stories, testimonials, interviews. I'm so excited to share this with the world and, show people that there is a way to take a more scientific approach to DEI and hopefully encourage them to reach out and start working with us as a result of reading the book. So stay tuned. Lots of great things coming with that book. I'll make sure I'm going to post a link in the comments right now. See if I can pull off multitasking here. And our recent newsletter talked a lot about the book. And so, be sure to check that out. If you're not a subscriber of our newsletter, we try to provide lots of value twice a month. And in this week's newsletter, we talk about the book, but also, what IO psychology brings to the DEI field and how that's essentially our superpower when it comes to DEI here at Mattingly Solutions, that we can turn otherwise abstract thoughts and ideas into measurable constructs. Finally, something I'm also really excited about is the work that I'm doing with the Society for Industrial Organizational Psychology, otherwise known as SIOP. I'm doing this work alongside an amazing team, but my number two, my co-leader, not even number two, she's a co-number one, Dr. Natasha Jordan. We are really trying to leverage SIOP social media, particularly their YouTube channel, to bring resources to the IO psychology community and especially to SIOP members. So how can we as IO psychologists better be utilizing social media, digital media to get our message out there, to put research out there in a really consumable way, to advance our field, get people to actually know what IO psychology is. So stay tuned. There's going to be lots of great content coming out through SIOP's YouTube channel, but also on their social media platforms to promote that YouTube content. If you want to learn more about my trajectory into entrepreneurship, starting Mattingly Solutions, how I moved from grad student into the current career I have a couple of videos available online. So this first one I'm going to post is the second one in the series. It's called Ask IO Psychologist Anything. That's a video with me and Dr. Dr. Jordan, who I mentioned earlier. She has an amazing career story as well. Also, just kind of took a different route to craft her dream job that really combines IO psychology, organizational design, and marketing, which is amazing. So be sure to check that out. And then I'm also going to share the first video of the series, which is myself and Kayvon Tucker talking about both of our career paths. It's a little dated now. So I think I was still a solopreneur at that time. And now we have about 6 people in-house full-time, well, mostly full-time mostly full-time, and then a slew of subcontractors that we're continuing to grow that pool. So I just feel so grateful just to reflect on my journey, see how far that I've come, think about what's in store for us in 2022, especially between the book, between our validated scale, between our growing team, bringing on new clients all the time. For those of you who are in the field of IO psychology and feel, kind of in a box whenever people ask you academic or applied, feel empowered to respond that I'm going to be a scientist practitioner. And wherever I go into work every day, whether it's a university, whether it's a consulting firm, whether you're working internal somewhere, government, whether you end up working for yourself like me, don't feel confined by those, binary boxes that I think we sometimes get put in as grad students. So be sure to check out the videos I posted. I'm also going to share some resources in the comments for the platforms that this might be on that the comments didn't come through there for you all. But yeah, I just wanted to share a quick update. Stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe to Mattingly Solutions. We have a LinkedIn page, a Facebook page, an Instagram page. We just got some great feedback from a client, just like how beautiful our Instagram page is. I can't take credit for that. That's once again Kelsey Coley, and then Sarah Jackson will be taking that over. And also be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and subscribe to PsyOps YouTube channel as well to see some amazing content coming out there over the next few weeks and months. All right, I hope you all have a great day. Feel free to share any questions or comments that you have in the comments section. And I hope this provides just a little bit of inspiration to all you IO psychology grad students out there, or post-grad trying to figure out what's next in your career.